So looking at this bed here, we've got cilantro that's bolted, going to seed here, and the inevitable cilantro in summer. Some more little marigolds that are gonna fill in once we cut those cilantros out. But right now we're just letting the beneficial insects and parasitoids feast on those cilantro flowers. Then very early in March, we planted these carrots along the edges of the beds. We knew we were gonna plant tomatoes in here, so we didn't wanna occupy the middle of the bed with something that was gonna be so long season. I think we actually, and then in the middle of the bed here, we missed this, we actually had short, quick radishes all throughout the middle of this bed. So in March, we planted the carrots on the edges and the radishes in the middle, and then we planted the tomatoes in late April right into the radishes, basically, as we thinned and harvested those out. So now our carrots, now in summer, our carrots are ready for harvest, and we can dig these out you know, as we choose, because carrots store beautifully in the ground. So if you see in the garden that your carrots are sized up, well, you can just pull, you know, a few out each week until, you know, maybe you've got a nice month-long harvest window and you can continue to harvest those and keep them at high quality. Then every 2 feet or so, we've got tomato plants. You can see there's even some tomatoes starting to form on there. And then we use this vertical trellis. This is like 6 feet tall, and we just weave the vines through the through that trellis as they grow up. This is and so that way we've been utilizing the entirety of this bed the whole time. Carrots on the outside, the radishes were in the middle there, and then oh, and I should say then we've also got a basil that was plugged in when we planted the tomatoes. Like every 2 feet there's a basil plant, so that when the carrots come out, the basil will fill in on both sides of the tomatoes. So it's all this kind of like dance of one thing goes in and another comes out, and then while something else is sizing up or while something is coming to maturity, you put in a little baby, so that, you know, a month, 2 months later, when that more significant crop is coming out, well, now you've got something that is really ready to start bursting to life, like that basil. As soon as we start pulling those carrots out this week, that basil is really going to go bonkers and have the rest of the summer and the fall to do its thing. Many pestos await.